Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a Tier 7 game in my Tier 6 Fubuki. Going through the matchmaking. Um, no radar cruisers. Farragut and Fusion, I believe, were the destroyers that I was facing. Um, this game, kind of the lesson that I'm trying to drive home is area denial. I do a lot of aerial denial torpedoes with in this game, and it really pays off. Now on this map, well, speaking more about aerial denial, um, you've got to have experience in where ships typically head and how they head there. So, for example, on Neighbors, the south spawn destroyer that heads to B cap, he usually likes to head and into this island and take cover in here. So what I'm looking to do, I am positioning myself to eventually contest A, but my primary objective is actually to torpedo uh, this area of B cap and flood this area with torpedoes. And then once I've launched, I'm just gonna roll out into see what else I can do. So my torpedoes are up, and by the way, this is a 13-point captain. I went on ahead and put an extra 3 points on the captain, and my earlier games today it was a 10-point captain, and I mean it's a little bit of a difference. I mean it's almost 8 seconds off the torpedo reload. I did consider basic firing training like I did on the Akatsuki. The issue is, for some reason, these guns just don't. I don't get the dispersion that I do on Hatsuharu and other destroyers. So I'm a little iffy on Fubuki guns. I don't know if it's a bug or whatever, but they seem a little questionable to me. I pretty much called it. That Farragut pushed right in there. He eats a torp, get a base defense ribbon, and knock 8k off him. Um, and that turns my frown upside down. Now what I see here, I see something attractive. I've got a Scharnhorst that's just going balls to the wall into A cap. I also have something that concerns me. This Julio. He's heading into a crap ton of battleships. And dude's gonna be dead. So I go on ahead and I lay a smoke screen for him. But I'm a little iffy if this is gonna pan out with his positioning. It's just too aggressive. I mean, you can't play a cruiser like that and live. And I've been noticing that all night. There's just been cruisers YOLOing over and over and over again every game, and people just need to figure out that take the time, have the good game, because it'll pay off for you. I mean you see that fast he didn't even stop in the smoke. He just kept right on rolling, and now he's gonna get nuked. I mean, you know, he's got 4 battleships down there all shooting at him, plus pushing into what's into B cap. It's kind of infuriating. So I got a Scharnhorst that's pushing through. He already ate one of my torps. I'm basically staggering out a torpedo spread, and my smoke's wearing off, so I'm just gonna keep reversing back into cover. Don't wanna want to shoot, don't want to let him know anything's up. I get spotted briefly, but not much he can do about it at this point. He's going to eat a couple torps, and these torps, they hit hard. That last torp got the flood, broke his engine, and yeah, that's rough. So I'm expecting Scharnhorst tend to be really aggressive pushing. So I'm just gonna reverse back in here. I'm gonna use this cove as cover, and I'm just gonna torp the fuck out of him. And I know this is overkill, but the torps are reloading in a little over a minute, and I'd rather not risk losing a bunch of HP just on the offhand chance that I've got to actually do something. And looking at the minimap, I believe my light cruiser has already evaporated, so kind of called it. Now I see something else attractive. I see that big pack of slow, dumb battleships all moving right on through here. Now what I'm looking at, my only question is, are they going into A, or are they going to go the really retarded way and go around A? And so I'm weighing those options right now. Potentially looking at Queen Elizabeth for a torpedo strike. And I decide, you know what, I think they're going in, so I'm gonna go on ahead and lay a path of torpedoes through there. If you looked at it, basically was, you know, a wide swath of torps that's going to cover the general area. And what I'm targeting there, I'm not targeting one ship, I'm targeting that pack of 3 ships. I want to get hits on as many of those ships as possible. And they're pushing through right into our New York, and this is what torpedo boating is all about, getting those crossfire. And I mean, this is beautiful. I mean, screenshot, well, the screenshot's actually right here, because that's just nice. Yeah, 6 torpedo hit volley, boom. That puts us at 12 torpedo hits for the game, 121,000 damage. And while all that was going on, I just went on ahead, stepped on B cap. This Queen Elizabeth was pushing along, and my torps are already up, so I'm just gonna go launch on her and finish my cap and see what's going on. I mean, this is Torpedo Boat 101. But the big thing to notice about my positioning is all of my torpedoes, I'm trying to get as close to their broadside as possible. I've got battleships up here that are going to force these guys to angle. They're trying to take A cap, and I'm able to basically punish that because they're moving in a predictable direction and presenting a lucrative target for torpedoes. Scored another 2 torpedo hits on this Queen Elizabeth, and this game's obviously over. I mean, I nuked this team pretty hard. With what I just did on the Queen Elizabeth, I'm looking to see, okay, what's this guy gonna do? I launched 1 torpedo spread, basically predicting he would keep backing up. I launched 1 in front, thinking that he might accelerate and go forward, and if so, stood a reasonable chance of getting a hit. The last torp I just kind of dumped, just to, you know, kind of secure the kill. Honestly, it was a wasted torp, and I kind of knew it as soon as I clicked it. Um, but regardless, I mean, even that torpedo tube is going to be reloaded in 29 seconds, so not a big loss. Oh boy, a dinosaur just woke up. Lovely. What I'm doing, I'm rolling in here, and again, just trying to get the broadside of these guys. Um, just, you know, doing what I can to get some more torpedo hits. I'm going to go on ahead and step on A. I do think that that might have been a mistake. I noticed this battleship was turning out. That's why I launched that torpedo spread so far in front of the indicator. These torps are slow as balls, and I kind of had to adjust my, I call it like a ballistics calculator for leading ships, because I'm used to torpedoes that are, you know, at least 65, 66 knots, and I'm really good at judging lead based off those torpedo speeds. But you know, these slow 59 knot torps, they're kind of annoying. Um, but anyway, these battleships, they managed to dodge the torps. Honestly, don't really care. The game's already won. I'm just gonna come right in behind these guys. They're distracted with my team. I'm just gonna start shooting them. Do what I can to harass them. I haven't taken any damage this game, so this is you know, it's a good opportunity for me just to utilize some of that HP that I've been saving all game. And, you know, I don't mind using it for that. Get lucky with a fire there, but the Arizona goes on ahead and instantly repairs it. He had 2 fires on him, so it was a good call on his behalf. But I mean, obviously this game's over. He's done right there. Um, so ended the game with 148,000 damage. Only, I think, yeah, only 1 kill, 14 torpedo hits, uh, 8 base defense ribbons, 2200 base XP, um, and just a lot of this was just, you know, predictive torpedoing, um, and just denying areas where I believe that enemy ships like to congregate, and just dumping my torpedoes in there and seeing what happens. I mean, 68 seconds later, they're loaded again. So, uh, all in all, this was a this was a very good game for Fubuki. It's These results are not, you know, typical. I included it because there's a lot of different torpedo launches that I did, from launching at single targets like the Scharnhorst, where it was a tighter spread, to saturating an area where I hit that Farragut with torps, to spreads where I'm targeting, you know, multiple ships pushing across a cap. Um, there were a lot of different torpedo spreads that I had going on here, so um, it's a good video to kind of take a look and see what I'm doing with the torpedoes. Um, and I mean, again, on top of the damage, I mean, you know, plenty of base defenses. Got most of the capture points for the team. You know, not a lot of spotting damage. I was kind of off by myself most of the game. But, you know, this was just a solid game. So, hope you guys like the game. I'll have some more Fubuki games uh, coming up. I think I've got another one or two that I'm going to pull out from the games that I played today. And, like I said, here's your Fubuki content. You guys have a good night. I'll talk to you later.